The Toronto Police Service is embroiled in a shocking corruption scandal. Several Toronto cops were apparently reimagining themselves as gangsters, taking part in serious criminal acts ranging from fraud and theft to conspiracy to commit murder. When news broke last week, we were promised transparency. We were promised accountability. We were promised an unbiased investigation. Yet, what have we received so far? Well, how about this? Number 1, censorship. 2, a lack of transparency. 3, a lack of accountability. And 4, an investigation that is downright incestuous in nature. Wow, we're really off to a blazing good start, aren't we, folks? Let's begin at the beginning of this fiasco. The investigation into certain members of the Toronto Police Service, dubbed Project South, began last summer and was carried out by the York Regional Police Service. Much evidence was gathered, and at first blush, a lot of it seems to be incredibly damning. Initially, 7 active Toronto police officers and 1 retired officer were criminally charged. In recent days, additional police officers who are allegedly connected to this scandal have been suspended. But when news of this shocking corruption scandal broke last week, the way this story played out was downright baffling. Indeed, allow me to list the top 7 reasons why this investigation into the Toronto Police Service stinks worse than a dead skunk. Number 1, first of all, why did York Regional Police Chief Jim McSween reach out to his Toronto counterpart, Chief Myron Demkew, in the first place? Given the scope of the scandal, and given that some sources expect that as many as 30 more police officers might be charged in the days ahead, why tip off the chief? Forgive me for being impolite, but how do we even know Chief Demkew isn't involved? I think that by tipping off Demkew, McSween put himself in a conflict of interest. And what was the logic process here? If police were, say, tipped off that there was an ongoing theft racket being committed at a warehouse, would the investigator contact the general manager of the warehouse? What I'm getting at is, what if the warehouse's GM was also in on the racket too? Why should anyone assume Demkew is squeaky clean? Unbelievable. Number 2, last week, York Regional Police staged a press conference at its Aurora headquarters. And look who was at that presser. Chief Demkew. What the hell was he doing there? If I was Chief McSween, I would have told Demkew that he can do his own presser downtown. But no. Why? And why did the 2 chiefs spend so much time congratulating each other? That was so weird.
Let me say this. York Regional Police remains committed to keeping our community safe. Our officers continue to work around the clock to find justice for victims of crime and to prevent future crime from impacting the residents of our region.
3, why were the chiefs wearing bulletproof vests at the presser as opposed to their ceremonial uniforms? Was this a PR optic suggesting that the chiefs are, rolling up their sleeves and getting down to business? Or given that some of the rogue cops out there were charged with conspiracy to commit murder, were the chiefs exercising an abundance of caution that there could be a sniper in the room? I know that sounds crazy, but if that's the case for the body armor, then wow, that's truly scary. Number 4, speaking of that presser, the ongoing theme was all about accountability and transparency and restoring public trust in the police. Really? So what happened when Rebel News showed up? Well, we were essentially told that only government-funded and government-approved journalists were allowed inside to attend the presser. In fact, not only were we given the bum's rush, but we were actually threatened with arrest if we did not leave the premises. Here, check it out.
You've been told to leave.
So you're preventing us from covering a press conference on police corruption? Number 5, as for the substance of the presser, truly notable was what wasn't said by Chief Demkew. He did not say, the buck stops here. He offered no mea culpas. Hey, maybe Elton John is right. Sorry seems to be the hardest word, because Demkew did not say the S word. He did not even say he was embarrassed. And he should feel embarrassment. But most importantly of all, Chief Demkew did not tender his resignation.
As of today, I'll be seeking the suspension without pay for 6 of the 7 members who have been alleged to have committed criminal offenses.
And there is so much to justify Demkew stepping down, like the fact that Toronto is enduring the worst crime wave in its history under Demkew, that for more than 2 years now, Demkew has turned a blind eye to violent pro-Hamas thugs demonstrating in the streets, while having his officers arrest peaceful counter-demonstrators and members of the independent press. And now comes this cherry on this sordid Sunday, a massive corruption scandal that worsens with every passing day. Alas, apparently the chief loves that $400,000 salary more than, well, doing the right thing. Number 6, the solution presented in order to get to the bottom of things regarding this scandal was to call in Canada's first inspector of policing. That would be Ryan Teschner. Who dat, you say? Well, surely this is not the same Ryan Teschner who was once a co-worker with Myron Demkew. Surely this is not the same Ryan Teschner who is allegedly a personal friend of Myron Demkew. Surely this is not the same Ryan Teschner that attended the chief swearing-in ceremony a few years ago. Yes, yes, and yes. Bottom line, Teschner is way too close to the chief to ensure impartiality.
Why today I am announcing an independent, province-wide inspection into the ability of Ontario's police services and boards to prevent, detect, respond to, and fortify their organizations against corruption and ensure integrity. Although this issue originated with the Toronto Police Service, we have since learned that other organizations may be impacted. And in any event, incidents like these understandably shake public trust in policing more broadly. It's important to acknowledge the real questions the public is asking and the potential effect these questions may have on their confidence in Ontario's policing system.
And finally, 7, let us not forget that the Project South probe is or was all about investigating the Toronto Police Service. Several Toronto cops face criminal charges or they've been suspended. Can someone kindly explain to me how it is that the Toronto Police Service somehow has a role in this investigation? This is far worse than a matter of cops investigating cops. This reeks of a cover-up, and the police say they are committed to restoring public trust. Oh, good luck with that mandate. You know, folks, it's downright disturbing what's happened to the Toronto Police Service, isn't it? Every passing week seems to bring a new scandal.
As of today, I'll be seeking the suspension without pay for 6 of the 7 members who have been alleged to have committed criminal offenses.
And certainly Chief Myron Demkew, he ain't going anywhere, not with that $400,000 annual salary he's raking in. It's time to get rid of him. I don't care if it's the mayor or the Toronto Police Services Board. Myron Demkew has to go. Will you do me a favor? Can you go to our petition, firethechief.com? That's firethechief.com. Please put your name to that growing petition, and if you're able to, kindly make a contribution so that Rebel News can continue to bring you the other side of the story.